G'day, g'day. Let's check out a map set today sent to me from a YouTube viewer, Alternate Eye. This is a 5 map set, PCX 24,000. At least that's what this map is. We'll have a little look through and see what we can see. So we've got 82 monsters, 3 secrets in this first one. Nice use of dynamic lighting here. I like the open ceiling here as well. Looks like it's all classic Doom 2 textures. So we've got some good set building here. Nice trail of blood heading over to that door. Let's try out the other door first. Ha, very nice. We can crouch and jump, although I don't know if it's intended that we do that or not. So I'm going to leave it without doing that unless it's absolutely necessary. Classic start with your standard roster. I like the lights on the bottom of the door. That's an interesting use. Alrighty, we can see outside. Looks like we can get there at some point as well. Got a shotgun out there. I like these malfunctioning doors. It's very cool. Nice use of flickering sector there. Love to be able to get out there. Getting a little bit hotter with a bunch of imps here now. Really make do with that shotgun back in the other room. Just to speed up this killing experience. Does look like this section of the wall is supposed to come out, but I'm not sure how to activate that. Oh well. Nice scrolling textures. Good lighting all throughout actually. Done well with the atmosphere. It's hard to use the classic textures and still make it feel fresh, so you've done pretty well there. Should probably jump over there and see if that does something. No luck. Alright. Bit of a trap switch there. Getting very short on ammo. Aha. Excellent. We're a little bit better armed now. Very nice. Got some nice use of fog there too. Just a subtle one. Really ramping up the monster volume now. Can't help but think that the shotgun secret is almost mandatory by this point, because that's a hell of a lot of monsters just to deal with the pistol. Doable because you'll get plenty of clips from the human zombies. Very spacious rooms as well. Lots of space is really good, but you're sort of forced to fill it in with stuff, which you've done a pretty good job of, just with, you know, light variants and height variants and things like that. I love this filtered out light here. Still got one secret to go. Back to the pistol. Alright, so it looks like you're going to get a shotgun by this point anyway, which is good. So the secret's just a little early bonus. Good solid logic here. If that switch drops down that one, then this one would drop down this one. Good for map design. Alrighty. That presumably opens this one here. Nice green dynamic light there. Getting into a warmer area now with these orange lights. Some interesting spaces you've made here. I like the detail worked under the ceiling as well. It's a thing that a lot of people tend to neglect. Well, that was interesting. Yep. Okay. This might be the end. I did miss out on one secret, but that's alright. It's a good solid start. Sort of a fairly standard entry level with your zombies and imps. Very nice. Acid canals. Alright. Get a quick save going here. Got 200 monsters in this one, so it's going to ramp up a little bit by the looks. So did we pistol start again, and then we're given a shotgun, so each map might be a reset. Again, nice lighting and detailing through here. You make a good use of obstacles and things like that, something that I often forget even exists. Oh, there we go. Very nice. Alright, some rockets. Presupposes a rocket launcher somewhere. Very nice acid pool down here. Like the transparent waterfall texturing. Punished for picking up a weapon. The level of detail you're doing in each room, I think, is really good. It's very consistent throughout. There's always something interesting to see, but you don't sort of over clutter it either. The rooms are still fairly spacious, which is perfectly fine. now. It's very nice. This area here is the visual shot is really good. The framing of the canals, the nice dark walls and lit up actual acid sector. Got plenty of cells, but plenty of shells this time around, which is good. Nice little raised section there. Woohoo! Very nasty trap. Nice lit cage here. Does it have some fog added to it, or is that my eyes deceiving me? Maybe it's... might be the fog of the actual acid room. Plenty of resources around. It's good that you've repopulated the area back here, so there's not just empty space to run through. Let's do a quick jump down here. So a safety net if you've fallen. There is. Assuming the same on the other side. Yep. Alrighty. Good. Run out of ammo. Okay, so we've got a couple of red doors we can try out here. Let's give this one a go first. Might not have been the right choice. I'd like to grab these shells here. And keep that last shot handy. Nice. Ah, chain gun. Very nice. There's our first revenant. So I've got a med kit up there, and I know that we can jump, but I do see that there's a wall over there. So I'm wondering if that's, yep, that's done it, cool. Looks like either side here is supposed to do something too, just looking at the map. Maybe not. Is this one sector here? No, there's a couple there that are flickering. It's a nice effect. Normally people make these messages last too long on the screen, but I think that one's actually a little bit short. Maybe just an extra second or so would help. So they're running short on red suits. Interesting how you've been playing with the scaling options for these monsters. Oops, wrong button. Oh, where'd my friend go? I was going to kill him. So the use of a switch to repurpose into a big light. Interesting. Okay. Maybe it is a big switch. It is. I think you've balanced out the resources quite nicely here. I find myself getting fairly low on ammo at a lot of times, but always have enough to get the job done, and there's not really much of any excess. It's a hard balance to get right, especially because different people play in different styles. Some people really like blast through their ammo, and others just try to be pretty conservative. Got a misaligned texture here. Couple up along this. Just a quick Control A will fix that. Oh. Not even a secret. So we've got a path down there, but we've got to make use of this rad suit to make sure we've explored all of this first, I think. Blocked by some mechanism. Alright, in we go. Wonder if this brown sludge damages. Nice dark area here. I'm a fan of dark areas, but I tend to overuse them or over-darken them a little bit from time to time. This has some nice balance to it. Interesting. Stealth monsters, very controversial. You'll hear lots of mixed opinions about stealth monsters, especially if you post this on the Doom World forums. Some people find them a little bit of a cheap trick. I think they're good when done tastefully, as long as it's not, you know, just a map completely filled with dark textures. So all of these light ones are marked differently on the map. Wonder why that is. Now I could have sworn that was opened up earlier because I was going to explore it. So I wonder why it's closed now. Maybe because that's where we're heading back to. Most hated enemy. So the brown sludge does not hurt. Good information. Should be saving my shells, I think. Again, really nice light work all throughout this this map set so far. Taking some time to make sure that everything's lit nicely. One thing it might be worth looking into is some custom MIDIs for each map. At the moment it seems like it's the standard Doom 2 soundtrack. There's lots of really nice options out there that you can use for free. There's a video game MIDIs website that you can just pull all the classic video game MIDIs from. And the Doom World forums are also really good there's a lot of creators out there that put their own MIDI content on there for free to use. I've found a lot of really nice atmospheric sounds from there as well. Something to look into, just to complete your project, because it seems fairly well complete otherwise. Alright, only one secret done, but another solid map. And we're on to the staircase. 372 monsters and 5 secrets. It's a bit of a beefy map. We've kept our weapons here, so we must have kept them last map as well, and I just didn't have the ammo or something to have it up. Alright, we've got a rocket launcher over there. Actually, we did have that box of rockets in the last map in a secret without a rocket launcher, so maybe that was in a secret as well that I missed. Interesting. Oh, that's a very damaging lava pit, which I suppose is fair considering it's lava. Well, there's our first staircase. It'd be nice to have a transition texture here, just so it doesn't sort of cut so quickly. Not sure. Very interesting. Not sure what textures these are from. Whether it's the 32 and 24 pack or something else, or something I haven't seen before. I haven't seen these grid textures either, I don't think, a whole lot. Unless they're custom made. I wonder if this switch does anything other than just drop this one. Doesn't seem to. Okay. Alrighty. Got a convenient arachnotron to thin out that herd a little bit. switch and close back up. Ah, there we go. Really interesting textures, these ones. Send them off yet. Alright, that was an interesting room. Staircase goes down again. But first, I want to see what's over here. Ouch. Ooh, dropped a little bit low there, didn't I? Ah, that'll fix it. No, crushes aren't used nearly enough. Don't see it a whole lot. I think I might need to figure out how to get that self sphere. Done a little bit of damage to myself here. See that there's a bit of a texture difference on the back over there. Oh, I've stopped them. Might just have a quick look. If I stop that there and drop down. Okay, it does start again before the crushes. Good, good. Just making sure there wasn't any soft lock there. Ah, there we go. Excellent. Down we go. Alrighty, next set of stairs. Nice fake out trap there. Interesting. I have a feeling that there's going to be a Hell Knight or something behind one of these openings, which is going to make my chain gun a little bit weak. Oh, there's one. I'm not buying it, yeah. Single Baron in a room this big after being given a plasma rifle. like the lighting in this room too. Looks like you've used a glow effect on the sector to give it some variance up along the walls. Very nice. Nice big ambush, but plenty of room to maneuver around. Wasn't particularly challenging, which, I mean, you know, it's map 3. You probably don't want to pull out all the stops just yet. Ooh, hello. Oops. Ooh, hello. Slightly creepy. Interesting. All right. What is that green line depth? I'm not sure that I've seen that before. Just having a quick look at the map. Looks like I've missed a secret back a little bit, possibly. Just up along here, yeah. Oh. That's a shame. I guess I was a little bit too eager to drop the stairs down. Never fear. Again, I think the resource level is pretty spot on, at least for my sort of preferences. Like, there's always enough to keep you going, without ever feeling like you're just leaving heaps of ammo behind. Alright. So what did that accomplish? That. Yellow card applied. Interesting. Oh, that's cool. Alright, so we could go down there. Yeah, cool. Very good. You've got all your contingencies in place. I keep trying to find ways to soft lock myself, and you keep having already figured it out. Very cool. But to take the sewer entrance into the yellow key. I think that could do it. Actually. Damn it. See, we've moved into a new area there. Just some line portal usage. Not sure why this area is blocked off on the map though. Just doing a little bit of room prep before I have to go in there. Interesting texture to use as a door. A lot of the preconceived thoughts that people will have is that it'll be a platform that lowers. Very creepy door. Lots of use of lighting. Colouring and things like that. Really nice. I really like this kind of UDMF, GZ Doom augmented kind of mapping style. You'll get a lot of people, especially once again on the Doom forums, that aren't a huge fan of anything that's not sort of vanilla. So you might have a slightly more niche audience by leaning into this kind of stuff, which there's nothing wrong with. I fully encourage, use this stuff. You're clearly, very good at handling all of the bits and pieces it has to offer. Love the little glow on the eyes there. Okay. It's an interesting. Oh, it can be opened. That's a very obvious secret then. I thought it was going to be something that we have to open somehow else. Well, maybe it's not a secret at all. Before I do that though. There's another one. Ouch. That's a handy item. It's a very underutilized thing, the light amp goggles. And for good reason, I think, because often you either don't need it or you need it for one little area and then it stays active for like half of the rest of the map, and you don't sort of get to see all the nice lighting effects that people have done. But I think it's good for this section. Alright. Oops, got a little bit too ambitious there. Where was I? Right. got so lost then. Haven't found a backpack yet, actually. Wonder if it was in one of the secrets that I missed. This might be something you might want to sort of tweak a little bit. Maybe just bump up the sky height a little bit and make a little lip or something, just to yeah, make it so it doesn't look like it's just cut straight off. Alright. I think that's all for this area. Save that arrow. Now I'm out of shells. My shell problem. Raktatrons are just so good at clearing out the other monsters, if you can get them to fire when you want to. Oh, alright. Maybe I shouldn't be using that weapon choice. Tricky thing giving a BFG to somebody in your map set, because then you've sort of committed to letting them have all the firepower they need, and if you still want them to be able to use a plasma rifle, you've still got to give them cells. So yeah, so like I can sort of expect from here on out there's probably going to be a larger number of higher tier monsters going forwards. Aha. Oh, nice set of officers. Not sure if anybody else has like a fully set list of monster priorities to kill in their head, but I've got a pretty clearly defined one that I tend to follow, and usually just is based on what I think is going to be the biggest threat. Hit scanners usually come first because you can always dodge projectiles, but hit scanners are just a matter of chance. Revenants come really high on my list as well, as do pain elementals, because I hate having a room fill up with pain with lost souls from them, just getting out of hand and wasting the bullets. Oh, look at this little baby lost soul, baby soul sphere. Still gave the full 100. That's cool. There must have been a little desk decoration that that employee brought in. Very generous of them. Very cool. Toilets. Something about toilets in Doom. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Oh Oh, it was a full spider mastermind. Love a bit of humour. Oh wow, there's a bit of a creepy thing. Little Slender Man-esque kind of addition. Could lean into it by just having the light flicker a little bit as that disappears or something as well. You can add to that. Interesting. Alright, we've got more danger down here. Trying to balance my my weapon usage, so I've got a little bit of ammo for each of them. Alright. Is it jumpable? I think that might be jumpable. Might give it a go. Maybe not. Well, I'm down here now, so let's lean into that. Plenty of rad suits down here in case you have an accident, which is also very good for map design. Nice little bit of glow on the bottom there as well to help accentuate the accentuate the sludge, the nukage. So this is our way back up, is it? Should also check out the top there. No, okay. Right, so that does seem to be just a smidgen too far to jump. Yeah, okay. We've got our exit just over here. About 13 monsters to go. So I'm expecting maybe some more to spawn in here, maybe. Unless I missed a secret with some monsters in it. Which is also possible. Yeah, must have missed a couple from a secret or something. That was a good map. Fresh air. 412 monsters, 5 secrets. It's definitely ramping up. Okay. Excellent. We're coming outside. Alright, where was I? Do not tap on glass. Thank you, management. Really like that you got these notes up all around. One thing that you may get is some people just assuming it's an air duct and not trying it out. No, that one's not rereadable either. Might want to put a repeat on that. Love the consequences of my actions being shown. Very cool. That guy didn't get to be teleported in there. That's sad. I'm sure I'll meet him later. This is an interesting display case in here. I like that. So they've just used a coloured stenciled out tree stump thing or stalagmite or whatever they are. Very cool. I want to commit to this other side first, I think. That was a clean rocket. Very nice. Good indicator. Again, just because it's not your typical switch, right? So a lot of people might not even think to press them unless you indicate to them. Good having all of the extra, all the earlier weapons still present all throughout the map, in case people want to do pistol starts, so always good. Oh, here we go. One of those little box tricks. Not a secret? Okay. That area looks like it might be openable on the map. It is. Very nice. Looks quite large, doesn't it? Very nice. Okay. So plenty of health there in case we need to come back. I've actually found myself low on shells at a few points in this map set, which doesn't often happen. Mostly because often there's lots of shotgun guys around to supplement the supply. This is cool. I know I keep saying it, but all throughout I've been really impressed with all your lighting choices. Ooh, that's rough. Still got this done. Okay, red door. Okay, cool. there was any benefit to hitting that switch or if it was pure trap. The old computer maps helping out here. Wonder if these just give you quick access between the two areas. Alright, cool. So we've come back around to here. It's a nice sort of non-linear kind of progression here. Can I tap on this glass? I can. Alright. We can actually go out and get some air. Let's do it and we'll come back in later. That's interesting. Got the floating top of the thing there. That should be easy. Bullets up. I was complaining about having no shells just earlier, but I've got over 60 now, so that changed very quickly. I'm not complaining, commenting. Something that I have noticed throughout the entire set so far is there's lots of room to move. In every single sort of area, even the sort of tighter, more combative arena areas have lots of space, which does make it a lot easier to push through. Plenty of room to dodge and everything. It almost trivializes some of the encounters. Again, it's not a bad thing. It's a style choice. Just noticed that cat could even come around behind a blue sky bit there. Yeah, it's a style choice, and it's perfectly fine to have that, but you just might find it's not a massively challenging area because of it. Personally, I've actually been really enjoying this entire map set so far, and I've been enjoying it a little bit because it's there's dangers and there's threats around, but there's not anything absurdly hard, especially because I've been playing through all the ramp maps, and some of those maps are a little bit rough. Some of them by design, some of them because they're newer mappers making things and they're not quite sure yet how to make use of space and balance encounters. So this entire map set so far has felt like there's really good balance and really good progression. We started off in the first map, which was mostly hit scanners and mostly single barrel shotgun as your weapon choice. And now by map, was this map 4? Yeah, map 4, we've got our full roster, and we've seen, I think, pretty much every monster. Have we seen an Archvile yet? I don't recall. I think we did see one. Yeah, in the last map, I'm pretty sure. So you've really made that progression really good all throughout. Kind of lost track about what I was talking about then. And when I comment on things like, you know, difficulty and space and all that kind of stuff, it's not a suggestion to change it or anything. It's just a comment on the style that's been chosen. Yeah, I think the one thing that you should never do is look at one person's feedback and then immediately make adjustments and changes based on it. Because I've been caught out by that before, where I had one person say that an encounter was way too hard, and then the very next day a second person saying that the encounter was way too easy, and they just breezed through it. So there's just so many different play styles and personal opinions and stuff out there that if you get too caught up on trying to please everybody, you're going to end up exhausting yourself. So yeah, I think the best thing to do is watch the playthrough and even ignore what I'm saying for a lot of it and just see how I play the map, and if there's anything that's glaringly obvious. There's a misaligned texture just there. Glaringly obvious that you might feel the need to change. What's that teleporter do back here? Shortcut, good. Really good quality of life there, so the player doesn't have to wander all the way back. But I do actually want to check out one other thing in this outdoor area. So there's something going on over there. I wonder if... Okay, I do actually want to go all the way back over now, because I want to see if I can walk all the way along this thing and get into that corner. Just to waste your time. Whoa, a little bit tight. Past the eyeball. Alright, definitely able to, like supposed to be able to do at least this far, because there's some items there. Wow. Hey, another creepy eye. Stop peeking at me. You're quite the explorer. Very nice. I like that you even have this like little bit here to entice the person to jump down and give up on the rest. Like, no, there's nothing here. Or, yes, you found the secret. It's these couple of rockets. Now go away. Lots of weapons. Just trying to make sure I cover all my bases here, get through a whole bunch of the different areas. This way has got to... Okay, we've got a portal here. Is that heading to a hell domain, is it? It's a very standard trope, is all these line portals heading off into a little slice of hell. Nice, you got a second skybox for this domain. Unfortunate thing about giving the player all of the weapons and everything is that there's nothing else to surprise them with. like in terms of secrets or pickups to tease them with. Except for mostly things like health and ammo, I suppose, after the fact. Oh, there's a BFG up there. Alrighty. I don't think I am supposed to use the jump in this map set, because if I do, I get into spots where there's block-offs. That being said, how does one get up into the top of that area? Not sure. Oh well. We'll leave it be if I can't figure it out, I think. Actually, just before I do, I will just use the jump key again one more time and just check on this side. See if we are supposed to be able to jump up here. Doesn't look like it. No. Okay. Good to know. Where were we? Other way. Wait, no, we need the red key, don't we? Okay, it's time to head back to the sewer system, I think. This way, I think. Yes. I just want to check. Alright, that just sends me back there. And I'm assuming the other ones do as well. Yeah, okay, cool. Good to know. Something very satisfying about launching rockets at groups of imps. Very nice. Alrighty, that'll be those two side cabinets. Okay, we've got the red key now, so we can head over to the other areas. I'm aware that I'm playing this map a lot slower than the other ones. It's just very spoiled for choice here, and I also want to make sure I check out, you know, most of the areas, so that you know, you can get an opinion on every area. Yeah, we'll enter it from this way, I think. It's interesting you're using switch 2s a lot, the pre-pressed switch textures for some of these switches. Sometimes recommended to do. Again, it's the old preconceived notion that it's, you know, oh, it's already been pressed, so I won't ever try it. Classic Doom players might take offense to them. Nice dark hallways here. Good use of these wooden library style textures. It's a very large eagle eye. Yellow key required. Grab that secret. It's another good location for the light amp goggles. But I keep saying it's another really underutilized thing. Okay. So we need the yellow key. And we do not yet have it. However, I'm not 100% sure where it will be at. Because I think we've pretty extensively explored everywhere else. Let's just jump back up quickly. Yellow skull. Okay. If the red key was up in this northern area here, with all of that stuff, then you would possibly assume the yellow key is in the other direction, meaning maybe it's outside and I just missed it. I'll have a quick look out there. Because this was a whole large segment of this map. In fact, that whole area out there I haven't tackled yet, have I? I could try and balance over, but it looks like that tree is very intentionally being placed there to stop that from happening. So let's see. Definitely nothing along here. A couple of secret healths there. Is this a soft lock spot? It is, I found one. There you go, there's one spot that you might want to fix. Alrighty, cool. Okay, that's been blocked off. Just jump into this teleporter over here. It leads us inside. What does the other teleporter out here do? Right, it's this one here with the red ceiling as well. Alright, that sends us up to here. Yeah, there's the yellow skull. Okay, I do see a teleporter exit over the fence there. Alright, let's pop in here. Nothing down here. I get the impression that it's a teleport thing. We need to get there by teleporting. But that one just leads to there. The other one back over here just leads back to the start. There's nothing else here to grab, to look at. No switches that I can see. I could try that last teleporter in the water system that I haven't tried yet. This one just here. No, it just comes back here as well. Okay. I'm pretty sure there was nothing behind. Wait, there's a whole other red door area I haven't been through. Alright. That was me. That was my mess up. Alright. I think I saw the other end of this this complex here and assumed that was the other red door. Okay. Yeah, straight up there's a spot there. Okay. There we go. Well, that was a waste of 10-15 minutes of me just running around for no reason. And there was a perfectly reasonable way forwards. Little statue or obelisk thing you've got up here. Very nice. If you were so inclined, you could make these what's it called, middle texture walkthrough, and then you'd be able to jump over the top of it. What was he doing there? Didn't want to play. Very good. Oh, that was a bit of a tight fit. Okay. Blood floors are one of those things where you'll get mixed opinions on whether it should be damaging or not. Often you get people that thinks it shouldn't be damaging, which I can see the reason why. However, I think it's perfectly fine to make it damaging, just as long as you're consistent. So if you have future blood floors, they're also damaging. Just so that people aren't sort of blindsided. Ah, there we go. missed all those health kits, but oh well. Do want to check out what else there is to offer further up here. Ah, just the other side of the yellow door. Okay. It's a little bit of a disorienting floor, isn't it? So it looks like you've scaled down one of the waterfall textures, angled at 45 degrees, and possibly coloured it as well. Interesting. I like that you've you know, angled it all so it all sort of converges on this central point here. Looks good. Very trippy. Just want to okay. Make sure I've explored it all. I know I've been taking a very long time on this map, but I think we're getting pretty close to the end now. Didn't see that guy there. Bugger. Alright, what have we got? We've got one BFG shot left. Spotted that Baron in his little pit there. Very low on health at the moment, aren't I? Let's save it anyway. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, probably that. Oh, there he is. A couple of them. Oops. Grab it just yet. Damn it. Alright, let's leave it for a second. Hit scanners aren't good when I've got 7 health. I could always run back and find some more health kits, but I'm committed to the task now. The exit. Before I do 414 and 417, alright, that sends us guys up there. 15, 16. Don't really have the ammo to take those guys down, unfortunately. Let's have a quick look up here. Get out of it. Alright. I think he gets to live to fight another day. We'll jump through the exit. Cool. That map was huge. It was really good, very sprawling. I did get lost a little bit there on the hunt for the yellow skull key, but I think that was more of a me problem than a map problem. Yeah, you had things that, you know, let you get centralized again, like teleporters and things. So if you're, you know, stuck on the outskirts, you can easily get back to the center. That's all really good. Demonic real estate. Some of the areas in that map again were quite spacious and large, and some of the encounters were made a lot easier because of that. Alright, 498 monsters, 3 secrets. Demonic real estate. Hopefully there's some health here. Hit scanners are my biggest threat at the moment here. Red key. Wonder if these floors are damaging. Well, now I want to press that floor, but I'm afraid that it's going to hurt me. No? Oh, okay. That might throw some people off just by virtue of the fact that last map the blood floor was damaging. I would really love some health. Plenty of ammo. Ah, 20 health there if I can get past these monsters. $40 health. Alright, I'm set. Okay. Now that we've got a bit of breathing room, let's carry on. Ooh. This map feels a lot more Doom classic-y than the other ones so far. I think mostly because there's no sort of significant lighting effects or dynamic lightings or colouring or anything like that, which has been present so far in most of the other ones. Plus it looks like it's making use of all classic textures so far as well. Oh, nice. a switch here. Okay. Ooh, that's unfortunate. There we go. That's a pretty nasty trap. Is that a oh, there's two line deaths because of the light differences. Yeah, that's fair. I wish there was an easy way to stop that from happening. You could probably do it with scripting, but it's a lot of work to, you know, make a conditional statement where, you know, if a thing's been triggered on one line def, ignore all the other ones. All right. This is getting pretty big, isn't it? Nice echo effect. I've seen this recently in one of the ramp maps, and I have no idea. Whoops. Oh, I'm dead. I have no idea how it's done. I haven't looked into it at all yet, but I really like it. I'd really like to play around with it in some of my maps, actually. Oh, we can get in here. Very tight squeeze. I've actually got 100 health. Got some overlapping sectors here. We'll chat about it in just a second. Yeah, it's pretty easy to fix. It's just a shared line def with your 3D floor and a bit of your normal sector. So you just need to move maybe the normal sector's height down a little bit. Ah, 2 of the 3 survived that. Ridiculous. I wouldn't mind getting that armor, actually. Not sure if there's an easy way to get it. In fact, I can't get back up at all. Alright, so I can jump over there, I can head over here. Lots of ways to go once again. Blue key. It didn't even cause a fuss. It feels a bit sus to me. I feel like you've punished every other offering so far, just about. So why is that one safe to pick up? Right, so that's going to lead back up to there. So before I do that, I do want to, ouch, see, wow. That was absolutely not worth it. Alright, there is a way to it over here. Oh. Chainsaw. There we go. Okay. Ah, bugger. Oh, no. Don't even remember when I saved it last. No, over here. Okay. Damn it. Wrong way. won't do that. I will go back up here though, and quickly go grab that armor. Cool. Alright, so we've got a blue key. There is a blue door, and there's also more red to explore. I feel like some of the areas in here are a little bit less filled in than your previous maps in terms of decoration and stuff. It's just sort of like empty field here. Don't know if that's a design choice for this sort of hellish kind of region, or if maybe you had a little bit of design fatigue after getting to map 5 and didn't want to sort of fill in the rest of it. Which I would 100% get. Been there before. Okay, I'd like to get inside that house, see what's there, but might be a teleporter entrance. So we've got a soul sphere up top. Blue key there. Oh, hello. Okay. Good signposting of the secret there. It's another thing that's been fairly consistent with your map so far, is secret signposting is pretty good. Interesting. Okay. Ah, it sent us up top. Being triggered there. This is missed that plasma rifle there, didn't I? Alright, yellow key there. Let's go through the other door, which was not that way. Oh, I'm glad that stunned him. actually. Should have left that soul sphere. Okay, so that sort of sent me back there, but I need to be back where I was, I think. Or do I? Maybe not. Okay. Ah, here's a switch I haven't touched. This might send me into that central bit. It does. Ouch. I don't know why I was even staying up there. But a good sense of reusing space, actually. There's been a few areas through this map set where you return back to an area and more things open up. I like the concept. There we go. Another very spacious area. Just noticed that massive eyeball on the top there. Alrighty, lifts. Good symmetry. Just one of those guys. Very nice grand hall here. Oh, I like the ceiling work. Nice sequence lighting as well. Okay. I feel like this map is a little bit sparse for I don't know, it's very large and every area's got several monsters. Certainly has never been sort of overwhelming, which is surprising considering the 500 odd monster count. Ooh, this is a nice region. Don't know if I was ready to come here, but I'm here now, so I will commit. Nice crushers there. Okay, I will assume that that is very painful to stand on down below. And I'll try not to stand on it. Oh, I was doing a very poor job there, wasn't I? I like that the crusher balancing thing there while still having to dodge the monster projectiles coming at you. It's an interesting challenge. Guessing that pillar over here. Yeah. Alright, so that's dropped down, but it hasn't changed texture or anything to or damaging effect or anything. I'm not sure if that's intentional or not. I see. Too slow. We really need to stop letting that happen because I'm nearly out of health. Oh, I jumped there. That was a cheat. I don't think I was going to make it anyway. Regardless. I'm actually a little bit surprised you didn't spawn anything behind me then, which would have been a cool trap. Cells here to handle this guy. Oh. That's awkward. Ah. Got him eventually. I often find that I do this thing where a cyber demon comes out and I spend all the time killing it, and then I hit a button and it ends up being like a crusher or something to kill the cyber demon for you. It's a pretty common theme I've encountered. Just too committed to ending the fight first. Alright, made it back with some health. Don't even remember where I went. I think it was downstairs to get to that area. Nice library here. Multi-tiered. Some good Revenant turrets. Might be worth closing up this entryway here to stop people from doing what I just did and ducking out and funneling the monsters in. Alright, that guy's fighting. Fairly obvious switch there. You could probably even get away without doing the lit up area, I think. This is something that I really like in terms of secrets. The ability to get the drop on some monsters that we're going to get the drop on here. I think that's a worthy use of a secret area. There's a missed texture there. I'm guessing that's what this BFG and the ammo is for. Again, very empty. Could very easily have been, you know, a whole range of monsters even inside here that you had to contend with. Interesting choice having a demon appear up there. Unless it's sort of like random teleport spots, and it just happened that the demon ended up out there. We've been slowly raising this with each of our side areas. That might be what's been happening. We haven't gone through a door up here, have we? Hell's Kitchen, is it? Nice grill. I'm lucky that didn't damage me. have found 3 of 3 secrets, so I probably don't need to hump too many more things. Very generous with the weapons throughout this map. Been a few instances of most weapons. I'll get this one out of the way. Or will I? Okay, but the monster's death as the trigger to open up the next trap area. Cool. Just about to say I noticed a thing on the side there. Thought it was going to be a secret, but I've got all the secrets. Monsters left now. Oh. Just keep on opening. Awesome. Is there another direction I haven't been to? Which... oh, says go back in here. That was a bit surprising because this door over here wouldn't open when I hit it, so I made the assumption that this door wouldn't either. Interesting. Why didn't they see me? Oh, okay. Alright. We're locked in. Cells just up here. Here we are. A little bit thrown off that you can't shoot through these bars. So, oh. Very good. Yeah, this has come up the top now. Ah. Very good. shooting at me? Oops. I forgot that I had very few shells. Sometimes I get too caught up on trying to get infighting happening, and then I end up just dying over it. Oops. There we go. The exit's there. I can just head out if I wanted to. Seems there's supposed to be a way to get up there. Oops. Alright, I wonder if I missed a few monsters somewhere back. Must have done. Have a quick look around here. Megasphere up there too. Maybe that big switch up there. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Nice. Okay. Does look like a genuine exit. Ah, there we go. Very good. Punishing anybody that tries to just sneak out. Awesome. Alright. Overall, that was a really good map set. I particularly enjoyed the first 3 maps. The 4th one was a little bit sprawling. Still really nicely designed, very well made. The 5th one was probably the weakest of the 5, I think. It felt very, even though there was like 500 monsters, it felt very open and empty in a lot of areas. Yeah, I don't know if a higher monster count or something would counter that, or just tightening up some of those areas and making them feel a little bit smaller. But again, these are just personal preferences. It's perfectly fine, and it's a very nicely designed map. I do feel like maybe you had a bit of fatigue by map 5, and some of the areas weren't quite as detailed and filled in as the first few maps, which is very fair. I've been there as well, and it can be pretty painful. But the maps set overall are really, really good. Particularly the first 3 levels is one of the best things best set of maps I've played in a little while, I think. Very nicely designed, good texturing use all throughout, really good use of dynamic lights and lighting effects and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, good ACS scripting things throughout, and HUD message stuff without being excessive. Yeah, I think be a good thing to maybe throw it up on the Doomworld forums and see what some other people think of it. It'd be well received, I think. Cheers. I hope this helps. Yeah, I hope this helps out with tightening it up, or or expanding it onto a larger map set or something like that. Cheers.